Hi everyone! Today I'm going to do a fall makeup look. To start off with, I've already washed my face, moisturized, and I put sunscreen on and Vaseline on my lips. All that stuff I feel like everybody has to do at some point anyway, so I did it. I'm gonna skip foundation because I never do foundation, and I'm gonna start with NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla Light 2. And I just sorta... Gorgeous, huh? Put it everywhere. And then I'm gonna blend it in. It's like the end of summer, autumn, obviously. So I have a little bit of a tan. So this concealer is a little light, as you may have noticed. But when you blend it in, no one can really tell. I'm gonna blend it in all over, basically everywhere I put it. Sometimes I feel like rather than blending things in, I'm just rubbing them away so that it's like I never even put concealer there because I just rubbed it away. So like, what's even the point? But you know what? It makes me feel better about myself. So I'll do what I want. And you can too. Blend, 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 blend. Oh, I'm using my finger instead of a brush because it's easier to wash my hands than my brushes, to be honest. And I'll use my brush for later. And you'll notice I haven't washed any of them, which is kind of gross. Like yesterday is when I tried this look the first time on my phone and it didn't work. So I'm filming it again. I'm using the same brushes. To be honest, if my concealer at this point isn't perfect, I'm gonna touch it up later anyway because that's what I do. So at this point it's not a huge deal. That's as good as it's gonna get. So we're gonna move on to eyebrows. Now for eyebrows, I have been using the Anastasia Brow Wiz for ages now, but I bought it and the brush broke. I hope you can see that. It broke. It's being held together by tape. So I was like, broken brush, that kind of sucks, but you know what? I'll just get another one. And that one also broke. I have no idea where the brush went. It broke at some point and disappeared forever. And it kind of sucks because the Anastasia Brow Wiz is kind of on the pricier side. But then my sister for Christmas got me a cheaper drugstore brand of eye pencil, or brow pencil, sorry. And this is e.l.f. As you can see, the brush is attached even though the lid is cracked. But the pencil fell out in the car and disappeared, and so it's a brow pencil without pencil. But I have the brush from this one and I have the pencil from this one, so these are what I'm gonna use. Use what you got, people. Use what you got. Today I'm just gonna like darken them, color them in, make them look thicker. I'm not gonna overline them or anything like that. And that's what I do for like pretty much all my everyday stuff. Every so often I'll try different brow styles, but for the most part this is what I do with my brows. They stay pretty much the same. I know some people are like really talented with the Brow Wiz and they can draw individual eyebrow hairs. That's too much work for me. So I just sort of color in the same direction as my eyebrow hairs grow. And then it looks like this, as you can see. It looks kind of cartoony. That's okay. I'll show you what I do later. Then I do the other side. So now both my eyebrows look kind of cartoony and a little overdone. And that is completely fine because we haven't started brushing yet. And that is where the magic happens. Take your brush, could be any eyebrow brush. Basically brush them the same way your hairs grow, just like how you colored them in the same way your hairs grow. And when you brush them like that, it sort of evens out the penciling and makes it look a little more natural. It can also move the pencil a little more than you want it moved, which is fine because you still have your pencil and you can fix that. Not so much on this side, a little more on this side. Brush, 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 brush. And as you can see, some of it kind of goes outside the lines, you could say. But that's fine because I just take my fingers and outline the eyebrows again. And then, if you're afraid of your entire eyebrow wiping away that easily, that's usually where I would go in with brow gel. And here I have the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I thought I said that wrong, but I didn't. And it's pretty simple. You just do pretty much the same thing as your brush. Just brush in the direction your hair grows. It keeps your hairs in place. And that is how I do my eyebrows. So because I have concealer under my eyes and I kind of have lines under my eyes, as you can see, and I don't want the concealer to like bunch up in those lines. So that is why I use powder. This is the Shiseido Shiseido. This is translucent loose powder. I have this brush. It's really cool. It's like a triangle. I got it off of Amazon. It was $8 for a pack of 7 brushes. And I just sort of pat it under my eyes so that my concealer doesn't move around. And I also put it like pretty much anywhere else I have concealer. This is pretty much the base that I'm working with. Once I have concealer and eyebrows, this is like where I start to change things up for other looks. I'm gonna start with my eyes. I have a couple different eyeshadow primers actually, but right now I'm just gonna use the Urban Decay one because I'm trying to use it up. I totally put way too much on. Anyway, it doesn't matter because you just take your fingers and it'll disappear anyway. So these are Anastasia eyeshadows. They're the ones where you can choose your own eyeshadows to put in your own magnetic palette. If I can remember correctly, it is Pearl, Emerald, China Rose, and Sangria. And for this, we're gonna use Sangria. I have my fluffy brush, kind of reddish from yesterday when I used Sangria. It's the same set as the other one, fluffy, and I don't know, it's just an eyeshadow brush. This is Sangria from Anastasia and almost patted in. It's not quite a pat, but it's sort of like quick little brush strokes. And I'm gonna put that all over my eye. Now when I say all over my eye, I don't mean like to the eyebrow, I just mean like to the crease, kind of like that. As you can see, it's very pigmented and it's so pretty. Oh my god. It's red with a shimmer. Kind of gorgeous, to be honest. They're pretty much the same on both sides, and I'm gonna switch palettes. I do that quite a lot. By the way, do not feel the need to get these exact colors to copy the look. I'm a little all over the place with brands and palettes and stuff, so do not feel like you need to copy that. This is a Clinique palette that my cousins got me for my birthday, and I basically use it every day. These colors are Teddy Bear, Nude Rose, Hazy, and Morning Java. And it's Morning Java that I'm going to use with this sort of rounder eyeshadow brush. I don't know about you, but when I have a round eyeshadow brush, I kind of just roll it in, and that's how I get the eyeshadow on it. And this color I'm going to put in the corners. Okay, that's kind of heavy, which is why I go back with the fluffy brush and I just blend it. Blend like your life depends on it. Now I like to bring the color down a bit. I'm gonna take the round brush again, dip the top part of it onto Sangria, put it under the bottom lash line. And it doesn't have to be like exact, it's not eyeliner at this point, it's just sort of bringing the look to like, you see the difference? You bring it down a bit and it makes it look like more purposeful, kind of. I think it looks pretty cool. I have this tiny little eyeliner brush and I put that one in the Mocha one, which I used for my crease. And that one is the one I'm gonna use as an eyeliner. Blend it out with the finger a bit. Et voila! Same on the other side. I think I put more on this side. That's cool. That's cool. Just blend it out a bit more. Eyes, kind of done. Take your eyelash curler, curl your eyelashes with the eyelash curler, aptly named. And now I'm gonna take my mascara. This one is the Bobbi Brown No Smudge Mascara. Every other mascara I have ever tried has smudged, except for this one. This one's getting a little old, but I use it every day and it's not quite done yet, but when it is, I'll get a new one. Exactly the same. This is always the scariest part because if you mess up and get it on your eyelid, you have to do the look again. And if you mess up and get it in your eye, it hurts. So yeah, scariest part. And I totally just got it on my eyelid. You know what? No one's gonna notice. This is the difference with mascara, without mascara. I don't know about you guys, but I like my mascara just a tiny little bit clumpy. Adds a little bit of extraness to it. Get the lower lashes. At this point, I need to fix some of my face. I'm gonna get cotton swabs, stick them in the little hole. That sounded dirty. Get rid of all this stuff that somehow found its way into places of my face that it should not be at. Remember how I said I was gonna go back over with concealer? This is why. This happens every time. Next, I have this Eco Tools brush that my mom Okay, so my battery ran out, so I plugged it in, went to dinner. Now I'm back from dinner. I have somewhere to be very soon. My makeup's not even done yet. I'm reapplying Vaseline. I'm gonna do this very quickly. It's sort of dried out since I applied it earlier. Make sure you don't apply too much though, because otherwise your lipstick will just move all over the place and it'll look so weird. EcoTools fluffy brush thing that I got from my mom. And then I have this, which is NARS. It has the Laguna bronzer, sorry, I'm out of breath, and the Orgasm blush. I'm just gonna get Laguna and put it in the hollows of my cheek. Holy crap, look how dark that is. Really dark. Maybe I'm rushing this a bit much for it to get that dark. Oh my god. I do it like right to here, which is like, if you put your finger in there, that's like where the back of your teeth are, right before it reaches your jaw. There's like a little hollow in there. That's where I stop. And then I blend it as much as possible, especially this side. Oh my god, a lot of bronzer. But it's actually pretty easy to blend out, so it's okay. And then I also bring it down and sort of outline my jawline with it so that it doesn't look too bronzy. Oh, my cheek's red from where I pinched it now. And if you want to as well, you can sort of bring it down to where your collar is. This is a really cool trick that I learned from a makeup artist friend of mine. And then for blush with the same brush, because I'm in a hurry and I'm being lazy, I'm just gonna do a little tiny bit. That's way more than a little tiny bit. So you see what I'm doing here? I'm just sort of brushing it off on my hand. Oh, that's way too much. Okay. If you reach this point and you're like, wow, that's a lot of makeup on my face, you can just wipe it off. Good enough. This is my newest lipstick. I got it about a week or two ago. It is Midnight Merlot. It's by Maybelline. This is the color it comes out as. It is gorgeous. It is basically kind of a maroon. It'll match the eyeshadow if I plan this right. If you have too much Vaseline on, you can always just like sort of... Sorry, my phone's going crazy. When you have a bold color like this, do not be afraid to get it right in there. If you're kind of new to it, you can do what I did when I was new to it. I just dab it on like that. And that was good for getting the color on without making it too crazy. But now I kind of like it darker. The first time I wore anything close to a dark lipstick, my mom told me I looked like a witch. Thanks, Mom. As you can see, that has not deterred me. And you know what? Looking like a witch isn't the worst thing in the world. We can all aspire to be Hermione Granger. I'm making a huge mess of it this time around. It was so much better yesterday. Because I rushed it so much in the beginning, it's kind of a mess. I'm actually gonna use a Q-tip because it's here and I don't feel like getting my hands dirty right now. If you have fluffy ones like I do, I just dipped mine in the makeup remover so that they don't get so fluffy. When it comes to dark lipstick, if you get it wrong, it is very noticeable. So I'm trying really hard not to get it wrong right now. Okay, I think that's good. Hope you enjoyed this fall makeup look. It's my first beauty video as well, so if you liked it, please let me know in the comments or like the video, just because I'm really nervous about this. Okay, I gotta be go. Sorry, hold on. I've gotta go. Goodbye. See you next time. Bye.